And now this is the decompressing part. You feel me?
See what you talking about.
This is what the decompression looks like, y'all. A little smudging for the ancestors, making sure that I'm always paying homage to those who came before me. I'm grateful to be breathing. I'm grateful to be alive every moment. Don't take this life for granted and don't make it a joke either. I don't care what anybody says. Do not take this life for granted and stop listening to people that just hate on other people and are bitter. Y'all know I gotta give y'all some advice.
Hey,
Y'all asking me how I'm making it through everything. I'm really just telling you I'm only making it through because
all right, so I guess he's about to drop a lot of gems. So keep your ears, make sure your ears are open. Don't close your ears off. Listen to what he about to say. Seems like he about to drop some gems. Because if he says something that should have hit the media, should have hit the news, we would already heard about it now. But the news don't want to make stories about positive things. The news don't want to talk about when people be talking real facts and whatnot. So, seems like you about to talk some real game. Let's see it.
you gotta have a strong heart. You gotta be confident in who you becoming, man. The world isn't ready for the truth sometimes, and it's all good. Sometimes the world's not ready to handle you. It's all good. But look, I'm not gonna be on here talking about all this random stuff. I just wanted to check in with y'all. You know, it's been months. Like, I felt like I was low-key held captive at times because I couldn't get on my social platforms to really talk to y'all about the truth. But the tribe is doing great. The family's doing great. I wanted to affirm that. You know, people are growing in my family. There's still a lot going on in the world, but we're all making it through. We're all doing our very, very best. I told y'all, just like when I tweet or when I say peace of mind is everything, peace of mind is everything.
Hey, y'all wonder how that, if y'all was here last stream, y'all wonder how that when that one troll ass nigga came in that joint, he was just literally just trolling, and a lot of people are just giving to the trolling. I just be chilling, bro. Peace of mind. Just be chilling, bro. Once you understand that it's a way certain shit happens, the way certain shit is, you can't really do too much about it. You got to do what you do. Like, you just got to keep shit pushing. You can't let that shit affect you, because at the end of the day, you won't be able to change it. So
I give energy to things that do not serve like who you truly are. Because I'm guilty of distracting myself.
Just making
at
fun of
times,
them.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. I mean, there's different ways you can navigate those situations of like people who are like that, and there's certain like different ways you can handle it. To me personally, it's just like, yeah, you just laugh at it a little bit. Like, you can make fun of them, or you can literally just pay it no mind, which is what some other people do. They just literally see it and just keep it pushing. But you just gotta find what works for you, what's good for you, because at the end of the day, you'll try all these different things, but like, you're gonna end up reaching a piece to it where it's just like, you just really realize that's how shit is. How are you gonna react to it? How are you gonna give into it? Are you gonna let it affect your mind, your mental? It's something that you cannot control, mind you. I really want to emphasize that. It's something that you cannot control. Like, if certain people are gonna act that way, I will not be able to change him. Me sitting back here while he's sitting back behind his phone typing some other shit. Cause mind you, he's going on. People be going onto their phones, looking to troll or like not looking to hate like some other people. So like, you just gotta really realize that it's just like, can't really do shit about it, bro. Can't do shit about it. Literally just live life. Cause at the end of the day, a lot of the shit you see on social media is not real. Like, the people who be saying like certain shit, the way you could type something, but the way you say it in real life doesn't translate and correlate the exact same way. But people are gonna try to slander you for the way you say it by the way you type it. Which sometimes don't make.
I'm guilty too. I'm guilty of being a human being.
They be stretching shit, bro. It's ridiculous.
But I got a point. I'm 30 now. At a point, I had to make a decision. Like,
30. Time fly.
Do I want to be at peace, or don't I? Like, I have a choice to do that, and I deal with the constant noise of people telling me how to do my job, people telling me how to live my life, people telling me what I need to be doing, what I should be focused on. And majority of these comments come from people who can't do what I do and aren't willing to sacrifice the things that I sacrifice. Like,
A lot of feeling
Gambling and
sacrifice.
sports betting has completely taken the purity
Oh
away
my god.
from.
Do y'all gamble or sports bet? Please let me know. Like, any of y'all in here gamble or sports bet at all, bro? Let me y'all do them prize picks and shit. Like, do any of y'all gamble? Do that sports bet and shit? Like any of y'all? You don't do it, bro. I can. I just can't. You don't do like I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. I just like. Yeah, is there a chance to make money? Yeah, but like, you tapped in a few times. I mean, it's just like people let that shit take over, bro. That shit could be easy bread, but when you realize like think about the rabbit hole you could dig yourself into. The rabbit hole, like it's such an easy rabbit hole. Like, say you're like, because I know there's like parlays and shit where you like betting, but you're not really losing money or some shit like that. Because one of my friends be doing it, but like the times where you do you do put the money into it, and then you lose it, and then you keep going, and you lose it, and you're playing out of emotion. And a lot of people don't know how to control their emotions, so now they're fucked. Now they're fucked because now they're playing out of emotions and not playing smart, playing with your head, doing the right moves instead of doing the emotional moves. That's where you're gonna mess yourself up, and that's what most people do because a lot of people cannot control their emotions. You may not even know it yourself. You may be able to control your emotions to an extent, but you can't fully control it. Like even me myself, like I told y'all before, I've meditated every single morning for at least like 8 to 10 minutes a day as of recently, for like 20-30 minutes every morning, and I still can't fully control like my emotions, but I can. But they're gonna get a feeling. Then now, how do you get back to where you're supposed to be? How do you get back to that neutral state, that neutral zone? And so me doing what I do, controlling my mental from like through meditation, and then think about the people who do not do it and don't realize and don't spend time with their own mind, don't spend time like learning how they think themselves, learning how to operate, learning how to function and be able to stay at a good place to function, do what you need to do. And that's the thing when it comes to this like gambling shit, because people can't control themselves. People don't know how to level themselves. It's like it's literally like any other thing that has to do with like gambling or with money. So it's like it could be like crypto or it could be like stocks or some shit like that. Any of those things like that. So it's that same rabbit hole. So it's just like something I cannot get into. And so you're gonna see a whole bunch of people. Like you can see us right here in this chat. Like everybody in here might be civil about it, but we all know those people. It's all addicting. It is, but we all know those people who gon' see like certain situations like this and cannot control it, and they're gonna take it to that next level and just keep going and going, and they're gonna be filled with so much anger and so much like just like so being so mad at certain shit, and just like they're just gonna keep going and not stop. They're just gonna keep going and not stop. So it's just like all I'm talking about those people. Not talking about the people that may be here with us, maybe civil and whatnot, but we all know those people who gonna take shit to the next level when shit don't go their way. So
The fun away from the game at times. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. So, like, work is work, but the support around it can be very distracting. You know what I mean? There's a difference between being a diehard fan and supporting your team and loving your team versus somebody that's betting on a parlay or somebody that wants to hit. And don't get me wrong, I don't want anybody wasting their money on me. But god dang, like this whole community of gamblers that's come into the game of basketball,
that shit took another level. That shit hit another level.
y'all tell me what y'all think.
Shit hit another level.
I'm just gonna call it out. Everybody be talking about their ticket. I'm not gonna say I don't care about your ticket, but if you want to gamble, why don't you gamble on something that makes sense to you? And if you gamble on me, I'm not gonna tell you whether it's a good gamble or a bad gamble. I'm just saying, you gambling.
Another thing I'll never do is put my money into somebody else, bro. I need to know what I'm doing, bro. I'm not gonna put my money in a place where it just could be flipped like that. Like literally, if somebody had a bad morning, if somebody like say a person like Kyrie, boom, morning, his kid sick, takes his kid to the doctor, guys do all this other shit, boom, boom, whoop, whoop. He has a bad day, so now he's going into the game, and now since he's going into the game, like his head is thrown off, and I put my money into him. Like I ain't gonna put my money into somebody I never know what can happen going on in their life. I gotta put my money in somewhere that I know is safe and secure. That nigga Jordan Poole owe me 25. You done fucked up by even putting money in that. You know, fucked up. My cousin's been on Napoli's water polo second division 2 league. The that's some European shit right there. Nepalese. Okay, yeah, I know. I heard of Nepal. Water polo second division league. They bet on literally anything. That's so bad, bro. Like, I know a lot about basketball myself. You see what I do? Like, I could understand like game plans and matchups and shit, but I'm not gonna go and put my money into somebody, even though I think a matchup should be the way it is, because it could turn out any other way. And even though I'm making money off of it, I still don't feel secure in doing it. Like, I'm still knowledgeable of what I'm doing, but I don't know. That's just me though. That's just me.
You gonna win or lose, but that doesn't mean sliding into people's DMs or wishing bad on them or doing the extra shit that goes on, man. That it blows my mind sometimes. You feel me? It really blows my mind, like, cause me as a hooper, I'm just trying to get a bucket.
Go ahead.
I'm just trying to get a bucket. I'm trying to win ball games, most importantly, and I'm gonna be successful some nights and I'm gonna fail, but overall, the reason why I said peace of mind is everything. Just look at these distractions that ultimately take away from the game. Man, I'm just saying, it just tainted with the game. Like, I don't know. I don't have all the answers.
Basketball,
I
right?
don't. But
You just want to play basketball.
mm,
In this world,
people selling,
it just can't be that simple. It just can't.
people telling me I sold, I suck, I'm not that good.
So
This and that. I've dealt with every type of name calling in my life, so none of that stuff really bothers me. What bothers me at times is watching.
hold on, right quick, right before you get to this. And the thing about this is the fact people got the energy to go into their phone, send a message into his DMs, and go send him a message knowing damn well he probably won't ever see that shit. He probably just seen it a few times, like on some like fuck it, I'm gonna go check my DMs. But the energy it takes for you to be able to go do some shit like that, to me is just like, he's doing that shit for. Like, I do that, but like still, like, they never gonna see it, so it's really a waste of energy. Like, the odds that you're the person that they really go and see it out, and especially if you're sending hate, like you're going and sending out bad energy to somebody else. Why would you take away your energy that you could redirect or put in something else and go take that energy, make it bad and send it to somebody else to make their energy feel bad? I'm big on energy. So it's like shit like that could really just throw you off and throw your whole day off. Like, if you waste your energy on some bullshit, you focus on something that you really shouldn't be focused on. Boom, your day's changing a snap, and now your productivity, your efficiency, how well you're doing in practice or in a game, like in like cases like where I hooped in the past, it's shit like that. That's just like you can't let that shit. You know what I'm saying? Go on. You should be pissed. I mean, at the end of, like, you can't be mad. It's your favorite team, favorite player and whatnot, but like, how long are you gonna let that shit sit on your shoulder, like hang on your head? Cause like, realize you got a whole life to live, bro. You got a whole life to live. Like, you got a whole bunch of other shit to worry about. So why you spend your time and your energy worrying about like what that person, like what's going on with them and how they sold you, how they you up? That's just how I see it. Like, you could feel it for a little bit, but after that time goes by, that shit gone. Like, you got shit to worry about. Like, hit yourself with reality. Like, sometimes you be in your phone seeing shit, watching shit. Just put your phone down, sit by yourself, and then you'll realize you're back in reality. Like, it's just you. It's just you. Nobody's gonna be there for you but you. And the people that are on your side that you care about are gonna make you do the things that they feel is just safe and comfortable, because they just want you to be. They want you to be able to get about. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you're trying to do something, especially like when it comes to basketball, if you're against the odds, if like you're trying to do something that's very grandeur or something that's big, they're just gonna try to tell you to stay comfortable, do something that's safe. So if you're gonna try to rely your security and the strength of yourself on somebody else, you're not gonna be able to do what you envision, because what you're seeing is so much bigger. But since they want you to be able to stay safe and be comfortable with something, you're not gonna be able to get there, especially if you're trying to fall back onto them. You know what I'm saying? So little shit like that. That's how like deep I be thinking about some shit.
The next generation follow suit. Watch, none of that stuff really bothers me. What bothers me at times is watching the next generation follow suit because they're watching people that are older than them treat this like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you taking a gamble anyway. You taking a risk. But long story short,
Hey, damn,
peace
you gambling, bro. You shouldn't get mad, bro. You should know it's a risk off the rip.
of mind through all of this is most important. How do you achieve peace of mind or inner peace? I could only share what I've been through. Now, some may say I've been through such a controversial journey. I feel like it's just been a learning experience.
I'm so sorry. I gotta pause this one more. I'm gonna not try not to pause this anymore. But one gem, real quick. If I could remember what I was about to say. He was just talking about peace of mind. Damn, I forgot it. Hold on.
All of this is most important. How do you achieve peace of mind or inner
It was
peace?
gonna be a gem. I held on to it.
I could only share what I've been through. Now,
if I
some
come back
may
to mine,
say
I'll
I've
say
been through such a controversial journey. I feel like it's just been a learning experience. And I think I'm going to ask y'all this question. Like, and you can answer in the comments. What do you
Y'all
think
answer.
about
Y'all got it.
where the state of the entertainment business is? That's my question.
You ain't got it this close up on the camera for me. Like, goddamn, like, what? All right, but it's at a state of capitalism. State of capitalism, bro. It's all for money. Everything that athletes do, you get really good at something, all of it becomes driven by money. It's just how it is. Even though you want something to remain so pure, like basketball in Kyrie sense, it's just all gonna be driven for money, gambling, money. Tell me what in this sphere is not driven by money. Yeah, media, money. What does media do? They write articles to get clicks. Those clicks and those write-ups get published. Money. Gambling, obviously, money. The companies are still making money. Everything ties back into money. That's the one common factor between everything they do. So regardless how pure you want something to be, money's gonna be at the root of all of it.
What do y'all think?
Unless we live in some sort of utopia society where everything's just perfect and even, and we could just go about and play something without having to worry about like literally money being a factor and you just being a good Samaritan, a good citizen, doing your thing. That's the only way shit could possibly be pure. But even then, emotions get driven into it, but I guess emotion is something natural of it. So I feel like the money part of it is the toxic part because everything's just trying to get capitalized. And
Is it just about the art anymore? Or is it about people saying things all the time about people that they barely know or that they really don't care about hurting their feelings, which I am talking about the media. I can't talk about everybody in the media, but I think you guys are seeing that the entertainment business is chaotic. Nah, it's real chaotic right now. It's real chaotic. The entertainment business and media.
If I'm able to take this to a level where I'm in the media and I can like actually have my analysis and my opinions of some shit be stated, just know I ain't gonna never fold, bro. I ain't never gonna switch up. I'm never gonna take emotions and personal, like how I feel about a specific person, into what I'm doing. As you see in all my videos, I just do it pure basketball, no emotion. I don't feel no bitterness towards any player. I like every player. There's not a player in the NBA I do not respect and who I could say I hate. There's not a single player, not a single one. So I could maybe even be the only person who's in a neutral state with this.
I hope y'all watching. I stay out of this. That's what I'm saying. I stay out of it. I don't rock with a lot of people in the media or the entertainment business strictly off the fact that I try to like make common sense of how people talk about other people's lives and gossip. But I'm still trying to like woosah through all this because the fact that it's become this chaotic where people can't even be themselves or people have to be something that other people want them to be in order to be accepted. I mean, that shit ain't gonna fly with me, but you can try it on everybody else. That's what I'm saying. Like when I be...
You seen what I said in my last video, bro. Unique, bro. You was in it for a reason.
When I be tweeting like...
Everybody trying to be a certain way just to fit into the system, just to fit into the puzzle, trying to think this is the right way to do stuff, but there's not no right way to do anything. Because if you try to do something you think is right, you're doing it wrong. So there's really no right way to do anything that you're doing. If you think somebody else did it right, nah, they may have done it right in what is according to them. But in terms of the holistic side of it, if you're just trying to fit in, just trying to be a part of it, you know, nothing is right.
Eliminate all distractions. Peace of mind is priceless. I really mean distancing yourself from hating ass people, from bitter ass people. I pray y'all listening to this, like, so we can engage, because it's been a while. But when I say protect your peace of mind, that means eliminating distractions. And if you just now joining, this is Sage. This is not any smoke, because you know how people like to record, screen share this shit and like say that, oh, look what he's doing, he's being a human being. But this is my Sage. I'm smoking. Let me leave it right here.
Y'all smoke in chat? Y'all smoke? Anybody in chat? Y'all
I'm not here to expose anything that y'all don't know already. I'm just saying, are you seeing how chaotic?
I don't smoke. I ain't never smoke or drink just because I like control of my mind.
Everything is.
I just like control, so I can function on it.
That's all.
How I am.
That's all. I'm not here to complain.
I don't think I need anything else to function.
Complain about it. That's why I stay the
smoke layups. Shit, it's only shit. The only shit is a hoop you should smoke.
Fuck away from certain people in this business, or I stay away from the fandom that goes way beyond the support and unconditional support. Like, because there's people on this live right now.
I don't got a problem. I don't have a problem with either one, mind you. I don't got a problem with either one. If you do this, what you do is it's how you is. But in terms of drinking, maybe I'll drink like when I'm older. I may drink some wine or something, on some casual shit. I ain't gonna drink no like hard liquor or nothing like that, just so I could get going, have a good time, have a blast. Nah, it's just not me. It's just not me. I like to I feel my state of mind. I don't need nothing else. Like, I like to be able to function, be able to kind of progress, and be able to think through the things I'm doing, instead of like needing something as an escape to it. Because the one thing like I really do pride myself on, or like not pride myself on, but I keep that's important to me, is just for me to be able to to be able to do what I need to do without anything that's external for me to do it. So now you're gonna kind of see, like, some people look at smoking and be like, okay, smoking makes me feel good, makes me relax, makes me calm down. So I gotta smoke every day, but I don't want anything, an external resource for me to function. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I started meditating, so I can control all those things that people tend to go to and people tend to reach for, and external things people tend to reach for, so they can be able to function, do things that they need to do. So that's just me personally. I like to be able to work on things on my own, be able to get through things by myself. I don't need nothing to be intoxicated or not to be drunk or high, nothing.
Recording it, that's waiting for me to mess up and can't wait.
But at the same time, there's the other side of it where what are you doing it for? Like, you could drink and have a good time, like just have a decent time, but like smoking, I feel like a lot of people go to smoking just like because the feeling of it, and that's how they want to feel all day and all around, but they can't do it on their own. And it may just kind of bottle up some pain that they have. Mine is just because the smell of drinking wine like once a day is healthy for you though. I heard like wine isn't bad. Like if I do, like when I am older, I won't drink every day, mind you. It'll literally be on like an occasion. Like boom, I'm like 25, going to a restaurant, boom, glass of wine. You know what I'm saying? Kick back, chilling, got a girl or something, boom, get some glass of wine with some dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a calm shit like that. It won't be like nothing like, oh, I gotta drink it every day. It's so good. Like, nah, because at the end of the day, regardless, I'm gonna stay true to me and what I want to do. So I'm not gonna try to look for nothing to make me feel a certain way to do the things I need to do.
They're on some type of social platform, and they're waiting for me to say something that's controversial. They're waiting for me to mess up. And I say they. Who is they? I mean, clearly they're the people that are bitter.
And mind you, he ain't getting no clips off of this. He ain't seen none of the clips from this on ESPN. That's why when I pulled this up, he was like, what'd he say? Nobody clipped it because he is probably spitting a lot of real game. And they do not want to make stories about people who spit in real game. That's what they do not want to do, bro. If I was a reporter, I'll be the reporter reporting all the good things. I'll be making the comeback stories. I'll be making the little clips off of this. I'll be like, you heard what Kyrie said last night? Peace of mind. And people don't want to talk about the good things. They always want to talk about the bad. But the thing is, when you talk about the bad things, people are going to begin to replicate what they hear. And it's going to begin to become the new normal. Whereas the new normal should be the good things that go on. But it's healthy to drink like glass once a day because it cleans out your blood or something. I don't know. I know what you're talking about. I heard something about like wine actually like kind of being good for you in a sense. But yeah, I know what you're talking about though. I know what you're talking about. Because I heard it before. Because wine is like kind of more natural. It's not like just hard liquor like no goddamn malt liquors, like 90 proof liquor or whatever this shit is, whatever it's called, where it's just super high alcohol content, is just to get you drunk and whatnot. But also another good thing to do when you're older, though, speaking about when you get older, fasting is really good for you. If you, especially if you start like doing, like I told you before in one of my last streams, intermittent fasting, because what it does is that since you're entering a fasted state, say like you do a 14, 15 hour fast where you're between your dinner and your breakfast the next day is about 14, 15 hours. And mind you, you don't eat too much. You don't fill yourself up too much, so that most of that time, you don't have to make your body spend time breaking down that food. Whereas, like, once you do break down that food, it begins to clear out all the bad cells in your body, all the dirty cells begins to clear that stuff out, and now it begins to prevent cancer, because any of those dead cells while you're in a fasted state could get cleaned up and removed out your system. So now you're not replicating those dead cells and those bad cells, which is why fasting can help prevent cancers, especially if you do it as you're younger. And if it's something that even runs in your family, it'd probably be even better. So I've been fasting for years now, like probably like 2-3 years now, forever. Do an intermittent fast between my dinner and my breakfast, and I always work out. I work out every single morning. I don't usually do afternoons or nothing like that. If I do an afternoon or something like that, it would be a second workout. But I'd always like to wake up and work out just to get an extra cleanse on my system, just to get like it just feels good to be able to wake up, also have an empty stomach, clean whatever it is that's out. Then I get into my first meal, and I'm kind of replenishing my body with good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Instead of kind of having what I have there and then going to eat breakfast, there ain't no problem with it. I just been doing it so long, and it makes me feel better how I go about my day. Whereas just waking up, going to eat, and doing shit like that.
About something in their lives, and they want to compare it to mine. So I'll give you something. My life is my life, and I appreciate sharing with people that appreciate what I'm sharing and what I have to offer and want to listen, and I'm also willing to listen to other stories. But one thing I won't do is tolerate disrespect. For what? I had a fan today at the game, right? You know, just like, Kyrie, you have 0 points. Go score. I'm looking at them like, why do you care? And it's not a fan of the Dallas Mavericks, it's a fan of the New Orleans Pelicans, right? The fans of the players. Like, well, you have 0 points. And it's like, but what does that mean?
I think I literally seen that on Instagram or something. It was like Kyrie's talking to a fan and I was at a Pelicans game. That's crazy. Is literally just talking about that situation right here.
Kyrie, you suck. But what does that mean? Kyrie, you've blown up these teams. Kai, you've left us. You left, but like, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? Like, if you listen closely to what I'm saying, what I'm really getting down to is, if I'm so focused on making everybody else happy and making fans happy, I will lose every time. I will lose every time. If I'm trying to make others happy all the time and trying to be...
I like to say this, bro. Kendrick said it best.
Something like them.
Y'all know Crown by Kendrick? Y'all know Crown by Kendrick. Let me know. Y'all know that song? On the new album? Mr. Moore and the Big Stepper, his most recent album. Y'all know that song? Tell me at least one person know it. At least one. Tell me one person know it. At least one person. At least one person got to know it. You got to at least heard it before. If you ain't heard it before, I don't know what you're doing. At least one person's got to hear it. And if you ain't heard it before, you might have to hear it for the first time. I'm just gonna skip to the part where he says it.
That's what I call everybody. Please everybody.
Right here.
Wait, you can't please everybody. No, I can't please everybody.
That's what.
Please everybody.
That's why when I say Kendrick said it best. That's what I'll be talking about. Can't please everybody, bro. You can't. It's impossible.
That they want me to be.
Listen to that song is Crowned by Kendrick. Mr. Moore and the Big Stepper.
I'm following what they want me to be. And I'm actually giving them the attention. What does that make me? I'm gonna tell you what it makes me, because I can only speak for me. I think it has made me fragile, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. If I can't take someone saying something about me that I don't like what they're saying. And I used to go through times where I was confused about why are these people saying this to me, and now I honestly know. Like, there's no one answer, but I'll tell you part of the answer here is just how I create inner peace and peace of mind throughout all this. Is
Take some
I
notes.
eliminate all the people that are hating. I eliminate and distance myself from people that don't give a whether or not I live or not.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. One of the best things I've done ever since I started making content is turning off the notifications to my comments and not even looking at them most times. Not gonna lie, one of the best things I've ever done. Because it's a bunch of people who will see you off of one video, one initial reaction, and then judge you by that initial reaction and just comment it and just say whatever, but they really don't know nothing. So what do I look like trying to be sitting behind my phone typing to somebody who literally lives behind their phone typing, trying to explain myself and trying to say why they're wrong? I was like, it's pointless. Really, it's been like a month or so now that I've turned it off. It's probably one of the best things I've ever done. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, because you're just not worried about the shit like that. Like, you don't, like, it's just that little shit. Like, it's supposed to be like that whole little shit has just made me realize, like, just live in your own reality, bro. Reach the people you can reach, and at the end of the day, can't please everybody. Not everybody's gonna be happy with what you're doing.
I eliminate all of this by a process. How does that process happen? I wake up. Guess who I thank first?
God.
Guess who I thank first when I wake up? For even breathing, for even being alive.
Yep.
Fucker, you know, my basketball career is my basketball career, but I'm just grateful to be alive. You know how many people I've lost in my life already? Do you not? I don't know if you know my story, but I've lost people throughout my life. Like,
Kyrie's lost his mom when he was like 10.
they've transitioned, and I've had to get closer to God. I've had to get closer to Source and Creator to understand why that happened. And when I forgave myself and I forgave others and I wanted more peace in my life, I had to go fight for it. See, this world that we grow up in usually doesn't want people to be at peace or happy. They want them sad and angry all the time, like distracted by other people's business that they have no business being in. But here's the balance, okay? Look, I'm gonna be honest. Here's the balance, all right? The unconditional love and support is something I'm willing to grow with. That's my tribe. You already know. Y'all are my tribe. Not everybody in here is my tribe, but all those that know, that's been there from the beginning, that's all. I love you. I appreciate you supporting me. But if we sat here and continued to focus on the things that we can't control or what people say that may be inappropriate or negative, I mean, does it really matter?
And I'm not gonna lie, even though Kyrie's been through all this bullshit, I ain't gonna talk too much. Even though Kyrie's been through all this bullshit, all this shit that's going on, I still like Kyrie as a person, like, cause I understand like his perspective and like he's actually conscious of shit. And though some shit did come off bad, it seems like he's a bad person for these things and whatnot. I've always understood him. I always understood what he was saying, like what he was doing, and kind of in that sense, I've always really been a fan of him. Not even as a player, but as a person that I could see from afar. So,
or should we focus on our tribe? Should we? I think we should focus on the tribe. I think we should focus on the love. So, all in all, if you are wondering what I just said over the last 17 minutes, what I'm saying is I'm here to share how I achieved a peace of mind or an understanding of who I am becoming and why it's important for me to share my truth to all those that are willing to listen. If people aren't willing to listen, I don't mind, but to achieve inner peace and to protect your soul, there is a...
Hey, I want to say this right quick. At least listen. If you don't listen, even though you hate somebody that may be saying some shit you don't like, at least listen, because you'll understand from some perspective what they're saying and where it's coming from. So now that you're understanding perspectives, you're understanding more people, you're coming across more people, you're just getting knowledge about how things work, how people operate from this perspective, from when they come from that perspective. So always give a listen, even though if you don't like somebody, you hate somebody, or anything, bro. Just give a listen, and you'll be able to learn so much more in time.
A calling
That's the
for
key
God's
to learning.
words,
Listen.
for Creator's words, to stand firm and help all of their brothers and sisters achieve this harmony, achieve this peace of mind. I'm one of those people. I want to help, but if you go based off of what other people say, you would think that I'm this or I'm that or I'm this or I'm that or I'm this or I'm that or I'm this or I'm that, because guess who gets to tell my narrative before I even get to say anything? The very people that we depend on for the news. The very people who have bitter, older individuals reporting on people they barely know.
The people who take what you say and twist it to make a title. Twist it to make a title, bro. That's the thing I hate about this. Like I was saying before, bro, media is going to make stories and news just to be able to get clicks off something, regardless if it's good. And most times, 90% of the times, to be something that's bad. You don't see the media write about a comeback story. You don't see the media talk about Markelle Fultz being so trash when he was in Philadelphia, not even be able to shoot a basketball. Now he's back. Nigga had a 25 piece last night. He's been playing great this season. No stories on it. Now, I'm not saying he's an all-star level player, but what he's come back from is something that should be looked at, should be admired, and be able to show people and be like, okay, that's that improvement that he's made over these years, that deserves to be talked about in my sense. But they just don't do it because it don't get the clicks. And like I was saying before, all this shit is fueled by money. Because if you don't get the clicks, you don't get the money, you don't bring in the press, the money you need, you ain't gonna have a job. So at the end of the day, all this shit really just get fueled by money.
Saying things to the public to make you think that I'm a certain type of way. Why is that? Why do they want to make me seem like I'm a certain type of way when I'm just explaining to people I have a devotion to my family, I have a devotion to Creator, I have a devotion to ancestors, and I have a devotion to the revolution that my people have put forth before me. I'm a tribal man, I'm a chief. My name is Aya. I'm a native indigenous African man striving to do better for my people. Why am I a target? Why are any of my other brothers and sisters targets for people to just discuss and gossip about? That's a question that only probably you can answer and you can research, but I think I know a few of the answers, but I'm not here to oust anybody. I don't want to talk about one person that represents a whole entire conglomerate or media machine. All I'm saying is you will not achieve inner peace if you keep believing what everybody else is putting in front of you about other people. You will never achieve inner peace unless you know yourself. How are you going to judge me and tell me what I need to be doing in my life if you don't know yourself?
Judge for yourself. But the thing is, people can't judge for themselves. We all know why people can't judge for themselves? Because they're consuming so much information for so much different people, so many different sources, that they don't got their own mind no more. Their mind is manufactured by all the information and consumption that they're taking in. People don't got a mind to think for themselves. Straight up nowadays, bro. So much information, so much social media. You seeing all these opinions, you taking it in. Now you seeing this, you think this is right. I should do this. That person's right. This is right. This is right. But you don't think for yourself. And the only way you're gonna really be able to think for yourself is by spending time by yourself. But people can't spend time by themselves. They're gonna be on their phone for 8 hours. They're gonna be on their phone, social media, YouTube, all the shit like 8 hours. They're gonna be watching TV for another whatever hours. They're gonna be hanging with friends for another whatever hours. They're gonna be literally all that time you think you doing in a day. You're not by yourself. You're not by yourself. And so how are you supposed to think for yourself when you're never by yourself and you can't allow your brain to do its own thinking? Whereas this entire day, all these things you're doing, you're taking information from a whole bunch of different sources. So how are you supposed to think for yourself? How are you supposed to gain your own mind? How are you supposed to really know what you want to do in life when you can't even think for yourself? All you're doing is taking the information. So now you're going to want to do things that other people are doing. But whereas it's really not what you want to do. And I low-key damn near got caught in that shit my damn self too. It wasn't in a bad sense because I really did like basketball. But it was just that my love for basketball and the passion I had for it and the things that I do was just in a different lane other than me being the player. That's why I do what I do now. I'm just more passionate about what I'm doing now. Because before, when I played, I went and hooped and had the feeling of, okay, this is feeling like work. I feel like I have to do this. Like I have no other choice. But why am I doing it? I dug deep. And I really realized what it is that about the game that I like. And I started to do what I like and stop trying to do what other people want to do. So overall, just spend time by yourself, and you're gonna be able to formulate and figure things out, and not feel like you're doing things for other people. Figure yourself out.
How? How? How are you going to tell me what I need to be doing better if you don't know yourself? And you're looking at my life and studying my life, and I don't
Exactly.
want to discredit anybody because I've been inspired by other people's lives. I've aspired to be like the greats before me, but the greats before me also did things their own way. I know I'm doing something right in this world when I have so much negativity surrounding a perception, an ego, a character that I'm portrayed as. When in actuality at home, I live very simply. I live very simply. I love my kids. I love
I
my
want to
family.
meet Kyrie one day.
I love getting a bucket.
Shit, who
I
knows?
love creating art. And
We'll
I
see.
love doing things that make
Kyrie's
my
one of those
community
guys
better.
where it's like I gotta meet.
Now, you heard that from me. But if you heard everything that was said and spewed on all of these social channels and all of these big TV shows, you would think that I'm a certain type of way. And if you left it up to NBA Twitter or to sports Twitter or to sports Instagram, you would think that
You don't get the wrong
I am the
fucking
cancer
narrative.
in the locker room.
You don't get the
Me.
wrong damn
You
narrative.
would think that I'm the cancer in the locker room, as if basketball is an individual sport that one person is supposed to take blame for. It's 15 guys on the team, and I'm the one cancer in the room. That's what it's portrayed as. That's what you guys get. That's what they have fun doing. That's why these older, bitter gentlemen and women keep my name in their mouths every day. See, people thought I was crazy when I said that my name is worth billions to these media corporations.
It is.
Billions.
All that money they generated from these news reports and whatnot on Kyrie's name. Boy, if he had all that money in his pocket, shit, goddamn, hundreds of millions.
I don't ask them to
I
talk
don't know about
me.
billions, hundreds of millions at least for sure.
But they continue, and
May
the
have been
reason
more- may have
why
been a billion, fuck it.
explain this to my tribe is because you guys are seeing it firsthand. I had to get off my Twitch platform because they felt like I was saying too much or I was doing too much. And that's how they use fear to make it seem like you actually are the person that they're portraying you to be. One of the worst things created was interviews that people have to do or forced to do to answer questions about someone else's decisions. You ask people about why I made my decision, they don't know who the fuck I am, and they give you a long, lengthy answer, and they tell you, well, Kyrie made this decision for this, and you didn't hear it from me, and you believe it. I'm sorry that you were lied to like that. I'm sorry you guys have to see people on TV that don't know who I am. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you guys have to listen to people who don't know anything about me talk about my life in ways that may hurt. It may discredit me. It may invalidate whatever I do. But I'll tell you this: like, when you're at peace,
You don't
the
care.
truth is the only thing I'm willing to follow.
You don't care about all that external
When
shit,
you're
bro.
at peace, like, the truth should be the only thing that you're striving to know. I don't want to judge anybody. I mean, there's so many different ethnicities, so many different religions, so many different differences that make us different as human beings. I don't want to judge anybody. But what I will do is stand on principles, not just my emotions. When you stand on principles in this world and not your emotions all the time, I mean, ooh-wee, that peace of mind is beautiful. You must protect your peace of mind at
Death
all
before
times,
dishonor.
my people. I'm talking to you. How do you achieve this peace of mind? You're asking me, Kai. I'm like, I'm going to tell you. It starts with gratitude. When you wake up, what are you grateful for? You guys tell me in the comments, what are you most grateful for when you wake up?
When you wake up, the thing you should be most grateful for when you wake up is waking up. It's not that hard. You should be most thankful for waking up when you wake up, because some people go to sleep and just don't wake up. Some people got health problems and go to sleep, don't wake up. It's what it is. You be gone and snap like that. That's what you should be most thankful for.
I'll tell you what I'm most grateful for. I'm most grateful for the breath that comes into my lungs. And I wake up.
Waking up.
What are you most grateful for?
Waking up. Forget
Health, everything, my mother, life, me, staying alive, family, I see it. God, I see. Yep. What are you most grateful for? The opportunity to improve. I like it. Everything. Life, family, love, housing, a place to live, Allah, waking up. Like,
Jihad low-key hard.
you have the answers. What do you need me for? You have the answers. You start with that gratitude every day, and then you go into some type of prayer, and you go into some type of meditation. It doesn't have to be for 30 minutes. It doesn't have to be for 5 minutes. It's just a time to yourself. Inner silence yields peace. You got to be silent. You got to shut the fuck up and stop listening to everything else that's going on outside of you, and you have to listen to God within. I'm sorry I have to curse. I'm sorry if any kids are listening to this, but the reality is,
You gotta do it sometimes, though. Even though
if you truly want that peace, if you truly want to stay away from all these evil demonic forces. Oh, we're gonna get to that too, and I'm not gonna be on for too long. I said I was gonna be on for 11 minutes, but you guys have got me talking now.
Do is on for.
How do you protect your peace of mind when you know that there are evil forces and demonic forces in our world? How? I'll tell you what I do, but how do you do? How do you do it at home? Y'all see what's going on in society. I don't have to bring up every topic. That's what I'm saying. You guys know. Maybe not the kids. People that are 16 and under are not really paying attention. I'm not even going to discredit the 16-year-olds because they know a lot more than, probably I'll give them credit for. But I'm just saying this information will pertain to those that are willing to understand it.
I'll tell you one thing. Exposure. Who are you exposing yourself to? What are you giving your energy to? Who are you keeping yourself around? That's one thing. And he said another thing, how you keep peace. I gotta tell you all before, meditation, bro. And it's not as complicated as it sounds or what other people have told you or what you heard about it. Find some time. You don't even gotta sit there, close your eyes. You don't gotta sit crisscross applesauce, hand gestures like this or whatever, like what you want to do, or just sit there at least by yourself to yourself. Try to clear your mind. How do you clear your mind? Yes, because you're always thinking of thoughts. You have a brain. Think of your breathing. Just think of your breathing flowing in, flowing out. Just that's as simple as I could put it.
What do you do to protect yourself from evil?
8 minutes. Timer's done. 8 minutes. Boom. Get right back to what you was doing. I'll say to do it first thing in the morning. If not, find some other time throughout the day.
And demonic forces.
Time you need to get
yourself. Do you even know
level.
what evil and demonic forces are like? I know what angelic forces are. I know what miracles, God's.
And he said demonic forces. Another thing I want to say about that. Damn, I just be forgetting my train of thought sometimes.
Miracles that happen. I know those are real, but what happens when somebody tries to get around you and they're hating on you?
Understanding it. That's what I was going to say. Understanding that's how shit is. Understanding how it is. Some shit you just can't change. Some shit you can't change. Why put some energy to try to change it or try to play into it and give into it knowing that you're trying to play their game? It's a waste of your time, waste of your energy.
Or they're talking behind your back. How do you handle that? I handle it with principle. But most of us handle it with emotions. See, when you handle things with emotions all the time, that's when the bitterness starts. You start envying other people. You start becoming jealous. For what? What are you comparing your life to anyone else's for?
Should I? Hey, let me know. Let me know in the chat. Should I cut this vid in half? Like, y'all want to finish this vid right now? Because there's probably another 30-some minutes. There's like another 30 or so minutes. So you want to finish this right now? And then we could get into next stream tomorrow, maybe if we got time. Or, yeah, whatever. We get into Draymond and Draymond and Gilbert Arenas. I need to watch that podcast. I know I'm a little late. I'm like a week late, but I know they got a lot of gems in there. So, we got like 30 minutes in this.
Why?
So, I might just finish this, though.
How do you protect yourself from evil and demonic forces that are out here? Y'all seeing what's going on.
And also, tomorrow's film. Film Friday. I'm watching y'all's film. So, if you got anything, send it to me. Join the Discord.
Your peace of mind, protect your soul at all times. I'm not messing around with this.
And I may be streaming earlier, too. I may be streaming earlier than 7 because I know some of y'all may be overseas and whatnot. And on top of that, it's a Saturday. So, and you should be on spring break too. If not, you're already on, it's the weekend regardless. So, I may be streaming like 5 p.m. EST. So, I'm going to give you the Huddle account. Yeah, just message it to me and Discord. message it to me in either Discord or Instagram or whatever you got me in. Just not no public chat or nothing.
I don't mess around with this. I'm not like anybody that's come before me. You know why? Because I'm me, and you're you. I'm not like every NBA player that's come before me. I'm I'm, I'm not. I'm not. And some people are want me to be in that space, to be like every other person that's been an athlete. I don't even describe myself as an athlete. I feel like that even limits what I do every day, because there's a box that you get put in as an athlete, and let alone be an African, indigenous, native athlete. Then you get put in an even more marginalized box of what you can and cannot do, and what you can and cannot speak about.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. That's why I don't like to say I'm a coach, because I feel like it just limits me to one thing. But I know so much more just about other shit, and I'm more than just like basketball. So just call me Pat. Just call me Pat. Don't say Coach P. Don't say Coach Pat. Don't say Coach Patrick. Just call me Pat. Pat. I'm just another human. I'm just like, yo, this is something I just know a lot about. Something I can help you out with. You know, something I just enjoy doing. So just call me Pat, bro.
But when you know I am that I am, and you know the power of manifestation, and you know the powers that exist.
Just call me for who I am and not what I do. Hey, appreciate that follow. LeBron's balls. Quite interesting of a name. Appreciate that follow though, gang. We live tomorrow
here,
too.
What's gonna stop you? Who's gonna stop me?
If you're in the stream,
me.
we live tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying. When you know the power is in you,
the
power is in you. You have to awaken that power. And how do you find that power? You have to go searching, and you have to question everything.
Question yourself. So, that's how you get yourself learning things about not just you, but it's just about how things is in life, how things operate, how you need to function. Question yourself. Ask questions. Not even just about like you keep like, especially in settings like in practice or in class and whatnot. Ask questions. Don't be scared to ask questions, because all you're just trying to do with the question is learn. Don't think a question as, oh, I'm dumb, I can't do this, I can't do that. Because like I was saying, like question, just like listening, is one of the key things to be able to learn. Key to growing, the key to growth, the key to getting better, learning. So if you don't do those two things, you don't listen, you don't ask questions, you can have those two things and that can take you so far. But you just need to start doing them. And really question yourself. Don't even question other people, question yourself.
Question everything. There's a reason why I said no to a lot of things. There's a reason why I take accountability for things. There's a reason why I stand on my principles. But I also understand my emotions, because I've matured to see how my emotions and how I react affect others. See, when I was a kid, I didn't care if I was angry and who it impacted and who it affected. When even in my 20s, I never cared about how my emotions and how my actions was perceived. Like, I just didn't care, and that was just me being young. Like, I didn't have the emotional intelligence. But
you got to jump on that.
The emotional maturity and intelligence that I have now is I can only speak from experience. It took me time to get to this place. You know, it took me time. Time is a social construct, but I don't want to be a slave to time either. I want to go and act and do and be part of the change and impact that's going on out here. Now, will I get it perfect all the time? No. Will I make mistakes? Yes. Do I admit to my mistakes? Yes. But if I'm ever making a decision, do you think I'm ever considering what fans are thinking about me? Do you think I'm ever considering what my peers think about me? When I'm making decisions for me, do you think I ever truly care about what other people think? Do you think I care about the way I'm perceived at this point?
It's called standing on your principles. A lot of people don't even got principles to stand on, because all their principles come from Twitter comment sections. Their principles come from Instagram, TikTok comment sections. That's where their principles come off of. Them little tweets that you be seeing, that's their principles of life. But they don't even realize this social media sphere, this whole social media sphere is not real. Shit is not real, bro. Like, it's just not real, bro. That's what the people be getting their principles off of, bro. It's just sad, bro. It's just sad that people just get their... I don't even care no more. I can't even talk about it. I get into so much, but fuck it.
Do you think I should care? If I'm at peace and I'm happy with what I'm doing. This is grown folk business is what I'm saying. It's not let's play in the playground and everybody's cool and everybody wants to be best friends and it's like high school all over again. This is real life that I'm talking about. This is real maturity when you can get to a place and talk about events that have taken place in your life and that have impacted you, but you're not hurt or remaining in the same place. I've had to grow from distancing myself from people that I love, from people that I respect and admire, in order for me to be happy. You know what that got me? Peace of mind.
Y'all hear me? Y'all straight? Y'all straight? Y'all straight? Y'all straight? Y'all straight? All right. That bitch just disconnected for something. I was changing the setting. I just had to. I changed the setting in my Streamlabs. It just did something weird, I guess. But we back. How much of it y'all missed? I'm gonna go back just a little bit, like 20 seconds. Go back like 20 seconds.
Hey, you know what doing for yourself does? You know what protecting your energy and protecting your inner
Kyrie
peace
Irving,
does?
peace of mind.
Peace of mind. Who's gonna stop you? Who's gonna stop you after that? When you've cleared out the way, no stress, nobody holding you back, you don't got no haters in your crew, you got a tribe that really unconditionally loves you, you got family that you're devoted to, you're loyal, you got trustworthy people around you, you've created the environment you want, and then it's time to thrive. Are you still gonna be afraid? Are you still gonna be afraid? When you have everything that you prayed for and the universe gave to you, and you had to fight for it, are you gonna be afraid? Fuck no. No fear. No fear.
Speaking facts, bro.
None.
Because you're gonna stand on. You're gonna stand on what you stand on.
No fear. None.
Because most of the fear that we have as people come from what other people think. We get scared to do something because we think somebody gonna think of it this way. We get scared to do something for like how other people will perceive it. That's mainly what our fear comes from as people. So if you eliminate what you care about, what other people think, that eliminates so much of those ideas of fear that you have of doing something. And I'm still guilty of some of that stuff myself. I'm still growing as a person. I'm still trying to navigate my way throughout this. I'm not no perfect person, but I just know these concepts. But then it's one thing to know it, and then it's another thing to be able to apply it. There's a difference. It's like thinking and acting. It's two different things. So even though you know the concept, even though you know what should be done, as we all usually do, we know what we need to do. It's just about acting on what we know we should do. So that's really that last bit, that last percent. Like you're already like 99% there. You just now need to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're this close. Be this close to be able to get to where you want to go, do the things you need to do. But you just need to act on it. If you don't act on it, it's just not going to happen.
This is for lifetimes. I hope you guys know. We're connected for lifetimes. On an angelic side, on a heavenly side. I do not want to lead you guys astray. I will not sit here and lie to you about things that I'm not doing myself. This means we're connected for lifetimes. This energy force, all even, no fear, tribe. This means that we're connected for lifetimes, and it doesn't mean that I have to meet you. It just means that I'm connected to you. We're family. You know what family does for each other? They help each other in more ways than actually can be accounted for. You know how many times I've helped friends and family out that, am I recognized for it? You know how many, I'll tell you this. You know how many people that I've helped in their careers?
You know how many people that he's helped behind the scenes, but did not get any stories made out of them for? Media does not want to glamorize people doing good. They just don't. And I guarantee you there's some of the shit that he could have done, donations of charities or any of that stuff, or literally anything. There's so much good he's done. I bet you the amount of good that he's done is exponentially more than any bad that he's done. Or what people want to say is bad, what media want to call is bad. So I hate the fact that everything that has to be written in titles has to be something that's quote unquote bad and has to um, degrade somebody and bring them down and make people look at them in a bad light. But really, they're just another human being and they just have their own frame of mind. So,
Not selfishly, like,
and mind
you
you,
know,
a lot of stuff Kyrie be saying be a lot of real shit, like we done seen here in this whole video. A lot of real shit, a lot of real game about life that the media does not want to put out there. Because if too many people get a grasp on this, none of that shit gonna matter. None of the shit they doing gonna matter. Guess what? Like I said, they not making no more money.
people have helped me. That's what I'm saying. Family does that. Family does it. Family helps each other, and because of that, guess what grows stronger? Guess what grows stronger? You, me. When you take care of family, you take care of people that take care of you, instead of focusing on the people that are just, I don't want to say they're wasting air, but I mean they're wasting a whole lot of energy hating on other people.
Said wasting.
That's why I don't. That's why I don't get on Twitter and gossip
Waste of air,
about people's lives. And when I get in interviews, I don't want to gossip about other people. I don't want to gossip. What the fuck is gossip gonna do? What are we in high school again? What am I gonna gossip? And that's the part of my tribe that I believe they understand, is that we have to watch other people gossip about me in ways that they think is normal. What's normal about gossiping about somebody that you barely know? Y'all saw what's going on. Yeah, come on, man. We don't even have to go into 12ski. We don't even have to go into that. We don't have to go into that because 12ski's not the only person that's dealt with real life circumstances.
Oh,
He's not the only one. And he won't be the only one.
Damn, he's talking about Ja. He's talking about Ja. Damn, bro's damn near 3 a.m. over there. Hey, I'm streaming earlier tomorrow. I may try to move some of my streams up a little earlier too. It's just that if I move them up too early, like I know it'd be late over there for y'all. So I'm gonna try to move them up like an hour or so, because I know it can help y'all a lot, especially if you overseas and you try to catch the streams. I'm gonna try to move them up like an hour. If I do, it may be even like up to 5. Especially like next week, I'll try to really stream early because I'm on spring break. So if y'all over there and then some people over here maybe on spring break too, you don't have to worry about school, but I'm on stream earlier. And the summer probably too, I may stream earlier as well. So, hey, I'm gonna try to get this done a little earlier. I had to watch something before this. I had to watch Mandalorian, bro. Y'all, I be on TV shows, bro. I be on TV shows, and I'm telling you, I got school to April 4th. Then y'all finish early. We don't finish school over here till May. College finished early May, and then like high school and whatnot, they finish like late May, and like middle school and shit like that. Dang, so y'all be what time of year does y'all school start? What time of, like what month? And like how is it structured? Like how long is this whole school year? Oh, you guys nah, but I'm saying okay. We finished like June 10th. Okay, because we used to finish in like June, but like they begin to progressively move us forward. At least for like Florida, at least because I'm in Florida, they begin to like move it a little forward, more forward, and whatnot. But yeah. So I'm gonna try to get my streams done a little earlier. Tomorrow's gonna be get it early, probably maybe even be afternoon stream. I ain't gonna lie to you. It may be like a goddamn 4:00 over here stream. So y'all time, boom, 3 hours early, like whatever time it is here. If it's set, if I usually start 7 p.m. EST, I may start like 4 p.m., 5 p.m. EST tomorrow. So that's probably I'll let you know in the Discord though.
I'm gonna do. I'm going to stand and make sure that I'm there for my family and my friends.
Oh, my back.
We all make mistakes. We all do things that we regret. But somehow when you're a celebrity and you're famous, you're underneath different rules.
Should not be held to different standards. We're all human at the end of the day. We're all human. Should not be really held to different standards. You should understand that they gonna mess up. And mind you, he's still talking about Ja. He was still talking about Ja a little bit. So
what can we name some of the unspoken rules that celebrities and famous people have to deal with? Can I hear about the unspoken rules that we have to be aware of that we're responsible for?
They gotta be perfect.
Put it in the chat. What can't we do if we're a celebrity and famous? What can we do? What can't we do? Tell me. Tell me.
I wish he had his chat
Yep.
on the screen, but it seemed like he on his phone. Damn.
Oh, so you can't speak your truth.
Can't.
You got to be damn near an actor. You can't go back to the hood because now you're part of the bourgeoisie. Yeah, and bourgeois. You want the mansions, you want the car, you want the lifestyle, you want the ladies. What else can we do?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I think the hood part, to me, there's different sides of it. It's like you could go back, but like, how much are you gonna go back to it? You could go back to help, but make sure you're careful there, because like I was saying, like, you go to the hood, shit could go left. You know what I'm saying? Because those people who envy, those people who don't care about life, those people who see you doing your thing and they hating on you, be like, the second I see them, boom, I'll take that, I'll get that nigga gone. Like, we done seen all these rappers pass. So like, you gotta be careful with what you're doing. Yeah, man. You watching? Yeah, I have a good bit of European people, because I don't know, it's just Instagram or something. You know, I think it was Instagram that I got quite a few from, but from Twitch, like I think most of my following, my demographic is from like US, but I don't know. But I still have quite a few, so that's why I'm trying to find a good balance in between these two different time frames, so people can still tune in. So, and be able to structure my schedule so that I can fit that stuff as well too. So.
Then there people think we're robots, and people think we're controlled puppets. People don't even think we're human. People think we're beast. People think we're robots that can perform over and over for their entertainment. What else can't we do?
Spot on that first one though.
We definitely can't challenge any politics. We definitely can't speak about what's going on in the world because, stick to basketball, stick to sports.
You're an
right?
athlete.
That's the conversation.
Stick to your sport. You're just an athlete. You do this.
Famous. You're a celebrity. Stick to what you do best. Just stay over there and shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear from you about that unless we're talking about basketball or sports. No, we don't care. We don't care. Why should we care? Like, you're an athlete. You're this. You're a celebrity. You're famous. Like, you have this responsibility. This is how it sounds to me. Like, this is how I make sense of it. Like, who made these rules? And who the fuck is upkeeping them? Who made these unwritten rules for celebrities and famous people, and who the fuck created celebrities and famous people is what I want to know. There is no godly force that I know that would create celebrities and famous people, because that false idol worship will only kill you inside. I don't want to be worshipped or idolized at all. I'm sorry if I broke anybody's heart. I don't want to be idolized and worshipped because that's not godly. I don't want that. I don't want that. What are you praising me for? What have I contributed? If you don't know what I'm really doing in real life, what have I contributed? A bunch of buckets? A bunch of career accolades that you can look back on? A legacy?
Crossover.
Scoring a bunch of points?
Nice crossover, snatchbacks, highlights, and shit. So
I'll tell you what I did.
That's what people be thinking to. They only be thinking to that surface level. You need to start thinking deeper.
I made it through the struggle. The real struggle. Not the struggle that the bourgeoisie want to put out, like, oh, I had a fairy tale life and I ended up making it out of nowhere. Nah, my family comes from the Bronx, New York. Not the Bronx, the Bronx. The X. They come from Harlem, New York. Where'd I grow up? Not Newark, New Jersey, but Newark, New Jersey. Where was I at? The East Coast.
Trenches with the rats.
Where did I spend majority of my time? In the fucking hood. Do I want to admit that I was in the hood? No. Is it a part of my journey? Yes. Do I love the hood? Absolutely. Is it really the hood? No. It's just a part of the community that is oppressed based on finances, based on social class and race.
Same shit for me, bro. I lived in the hood for damn near 14 years. Damn 13, 14, the first 13, 14 years of my life. I don't really talk about it. I don't say it's like, because it's just a whole bunch of shit, shit be mixed in, but it's like, it's not something you should necessarily like try to flex or put on a stunt for and think it's cool and whatnot. But that shit is like,
the hood gets described as like this fairy tale place that people think is like constant struggle and oppressive. No, it's pretty family oriented. People care. People are human. Yeah, the hood that people talk about. Oh, you're too hood. You're too this. You talking about the same neighborhood that I grew up in, or that countless others grew up in?
You talking about a faction of it. Talking about a faction.
Or we gonna be
shit going on. Mind
socially
I was out the whole shit. Like I was just a regular civilian in that bit. Like I was not doing nothing that people portray as, oh, you're in the hood, you're doing this. You're in the hood, you're doing that. Nah, it's doing none of that. It's just a regular person doing their thing, learning. It's just doing. Good thing my
Awkward
parents
with
kept me
that,
out of
too.
it though too. So
Y'all tell me, the Bronx, Harlem World, and Newark, New Jersey. Y'all don't think I talk like this on a regular? Or because you see me in front of the media, you hear me talk like I come from a private school in Montclair, New Jersey. I'm just grateful to be here.
white voice.
I'm just grateful to be putting in basketballs and dribbling around. I just love my life, and it's just such a. You see how easy it is?
That's Kyrie's white voice right there, bro. That's Kyrie's white voice, bro. Kyrie's white voice.
You know how easy it is to do that to y'all? Oh, I just love my life. Like, I just love playing in the league, and it's just an amazing opportunity, and my family was just taken out of the hood, and now we have an opportunity to really build generational wealth, and see how easy it is to fake that? You see how easy it is to fake that bullshit?
Nah,
That's
bro.
what y'all see. That's what the fans see majority of the time. You see that? Oh man, Kyrie, how do you feel about your performance? Oh, I mean, I think we did well. We followed the game plan, and it was just amazing. I'm just grateful that I'm get to live out my dream every single day, and it's just, my life is just grandy. It's just great.
NPC answer right there, bro. That's an NPC answer, media trained answer, bro. That's a press answer right there, bro. That's ridiculous.
There's nothing real
With
about
the
that.
white voice, it's crazy.
See how easy it is to fake that? Like, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, and then on top of it,
NPC answer, bro. GTA Sidewalker answer. That's a GTA Sidewalker right there. That's a goddamn DLC character. DLC.
talk like that the whole time, and
Side
actually
character right
did
there,
talk
bro.
like that, would I fit into the hood? Or would my own community at times try to make fun of me because I'm talking white, or I'm talking proper, or I'm talking with an articulation? I actually can articulate my thoughts, and I'm actually well read in terms of what I'm trying to convey because I have the truth on my side. So let's just bring it full circle in terms of how this conversation started.
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind is most important. That's all I'm saying. If
Kyrie
you're not going to
Irving.
be authentically you, why do things?
Peace of mind.
I've been in that position where I've faked it, and it doesn't serve me, and it's a lie. It's a lie. You have to know the difference between people that are telling the truth and people that are lying. I'm just, like, we jumping back and
Also, I want
forth.
to say this. Personally, as a person, I can't like this. I just when it comes to real shit, like I just can't lie, bro. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know. Something about me within me that when it comes to something that's serious, I just can't lie about this shit, bro. That's why I understand when like niggas be talking about like they be like with girls and shit, they be lying, manipulating and shit like that, or just like trying to lie to get your way. I just can't do that, bro. I just can't. You can if you think I'm capping, but hey, Kai's NPC, you always know what he's gonna say. But the thing, I don't think it's about what he's gonna say. It's just about who he is. I don't think he's necessarily an NPC. If he was an NPC, he would not be saying what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Like he would not. He would sit back. He would be calm. He wouldn't say nothing. He would always stay like he would always be media trained with everything he does. I wouldn't necessarily say he's an NPC because you already know what he's gonna say. You just know who he is. You know what he stand on. You know what he's about. So when it comes to that, like you're gonna see him say what he's saying. And you're like, okay, I already know what he's saying. Like I said, peace of mind. I know what he was saying. I know the direction he's going with this. But NPC, what do you say? NPC is just somebody who's kind of just going about their thing like everybody else do, just keeping it normal, not trying to reach outside the box, not trying to do anything that's different, not trying to doing things that's just trying to keep them normal, keep them conformed with everybody else. So I mean, shit, anybody in this world is an NPC but you. You could definitely feel that same way. Everybody could feel like that because you live your life, and it's just like as soon as you stop seeing somebody, the fuck do they go do? That nigga, like, you'll think, are they real? Is that person real? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could drive past somebody, walk past someone, and you'll never see him again. And it's like, it's an NPC. That's an NPC right there. Literally, like, you can say that about anything, especially because you literally just don't know if anybody else is living for real, like, if they're actually doing something. But that gets into a whole, like, mind complex. It's just gonna trip you out. So I don't like to think about all that stuff. I just like to go about business. I just know how that at the end of the day, if I try to think of something of somebody that I seen and think they're an NPC and think they left, then, like, it's just like, I know if I go try to find them again, they gonna actually exist. You know what I'm saying? So you can just think anybody's NPC, but nah, like, it's just what it is. But like, when you say NPC, it's just about that, like, there's a large group of people who try to do things normally. If a tree falls in the middle of the forest, does it make noise? Yeah, it does make noise. Do we hear the noise? That's a whole different story right there. Do we hear it? Probably not. That shit in the middle of the damn forest. Hear the branches and all that shit getting caught together. So,
But I'm gonna say, like, if I wasn't at peace with who I was, you know how difficult it would be to be real, to be truthful? You see how easy it is to lie? I'm doing fantastic. This is amazing. I get to live out my dream every day. But the realness is, I feel everything that's going in our world. I'm paying
I
attention.
might just go back and charge up. I'm about to go after this. I'm probably about to go watch another game. I got somebody's film I need to watch for tomorrow. No cap. I'm about to go do that shit. You can say the same shit about anybody. I don't know if you gonna go charge up your damn self. I don't know if you about to go change your batteries or something. You about to stand upright. Then your sister NPC, you gonna go open your back up, put in some new batteries, and then, you know what I'm saying, get you going for the next 24 hours, because that's how long your batteries last. I don't know how the fuck gonna happen. Shit, ain't nobody know what could really going on. The only thing you can really put your mind to and give your energy to, because if you try to think about this shit too much, you're losing the energy to focus on what you got going on for yourself. So, and you know, at the end of the day, everything around you gonna keep changing. I just know everything around me gonna keep flowing. Ain't no way something around me is gonna stop, because that's just no way that's gonna happen in this world. In this reality, it's not gonna stop. So what do I look like trying to put my energy in something like that?
And I have a voice. And that voice holds weight. And because my voice holds weight, I am more susceptible to attacks. And I have to protect my soul at all times, because I know people are out there that have evil in their heart and are very demonic in their approach and will do everything possible to get close to me, because I am light. I am close to God. God is within me. That's the realness here. That's what my real life is about. You see me on the court for 3 hours. What do you think I'm doing in those other 21 other than sleeping?
It's literally just what I was saying.
You see me for 3 hours.
You could be charging.
You see my social presence on my platforms. You see me for 3 hours and you think
Reminder, drink some water. You need water.
you know who I am. You see a few posts. Oh, Kai's woke. Kai got it. Oh, Kai is, oh my goodness, he just doesn't fit into the mold of all of the other people. And then, man, he's different. He's crazy. He's arrogant. He's this. He's that. He's this. All from seeing me from 3 hours. You get all that. Kai, what's Kai gonna do this summer? Does Kai like Dallas? What happened in Brooklyn? What happened in Boston? What happened in Cleveland? Why did you leave LeBron? Why did you leave Jason? Why did you leave Katie? Why did you leave all these people? For 3 hours.
You said, oh, you think you saying I'm crazy? Just the way you articulate words be having people acting up. You look like a crazy man to some extent. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but I don't know if it's just me, but I could understand people without understanding. I understand what they're saying and not how they're saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of taking it to how, like, they're acting, what they're saying, like, and the emotion they put into it, because everybody's going to talk a certain way and emphasize certain things a different way. So if this is Kyrie's way of doing it, it's Kyrie's way of doing it. If this is my way of doing it. Like, someone who may do what Kyrie doesn't see me talking the way I talk, would be like, that nigga look crazy. Why is he so just calm and relaxed in his demeanors like that? You know what I'm saying? like what bro is doing with his hands. I mean, that's the way he talks. Like if I was a hand talker like this, like do hand gestures, like doing all this crazy stuff with my hands and whatnot, shit like this. That's how I communicate. That's how I communicate. But that's not me. If that's Kyrie. That's Kyrie. You may think he's crazy, but you can't really judge somebody for how they do something, like how they're doing. Like really understand, like especially in context like this, just listen to what they're saying, and that's where you got to see things through. Because if you hit that barrier where you're seeing somebody do things a certain way, then you're gonna not allow yourself to understand what that person is saying. Like when your coach yells at you in the game, when they tell you they're yelling, they're saying, "Oh, whoa, 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 you should have got back," and then you get mad and you get upset because they're yelling at you, and it seems like they're angry, and they're in spite of you. You're gonna take that to heart, and now you're not really understanding what they're saying. You need to think past how they're saying it, understand what they're saying, not how they're saying it, and things like that is gonna mess you up. So, all that to say, just understand how people be saying stuff and not how they say. Understand what they're saying and not how they're saying.
Get to ask all these legitimate questions.
I get what you're saying though, by that he may seem crazy to some people, but like I was saying, a lot of people don't get past that one barrier that allows them to understand what they are saying.
As if 21 hours every day wasn't happening after that. As if life still wasn't taking place. You tell me, who's crazy? Because I've accepted I am not the crazy one. I am far from it.
Hey, you just called him crazy, Mix. Mix, you just called him crazy. He talking to you. Bro's covering me day after 5 hours of sleep, right? Ends late. Hey, Mix, he talking to you though, bro. He talking to you. He just say he called me crazy. I'm not the crazy one. Not crazy one. He's talking to you right there. But you said bro's calling me in a day after I sleep 5 hours because practice ends late.
I got called
shit, bro. You just gotta be calm about shit. Relax yourself, bro. People be taking stuff too tense and be going like they be too, you know what I'm saying? Like, relax, bro. I'm telling you, start with that meditation. Take those tips I gave you, bro. Find some time by yourself, around nothing, consuming nothing, no TV, no people around you. One, don't gotta sit no crazy way. Don't gotta do no humming. Don't gotta put your hands out to the side and go do that, whatever stereotypical meditation stuff. Boom, just try to clear your mind. Just try to not think about stuff. And if you can either do that, think of your breath just so you can stop thinking and then just get yourself relaxed, or you could just kind of get your thoughts out and let yourself think and just kind of think for yourself. Like I was saying before, there's different ways to meditate. Whatever way works best for you in terms of how it's going to affect you, how you operate day to day, that's what you can keep doing. But I feel like there's also going to be a good balance between doing both. One where you're calming yourself down, not thinking, just like slowing your mind down, and another one where you're letting your thoughts out. Sometimes I'll just do both. Sometimes just do one and whatnot. So
do I even want to say this?
You just got to figure out for yourself, though.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't want them to screen grab that. But I've been called dang near everything under the sun because I've made decisions with my life, and I try to assist my community to awaken to the truths of the way that we've been treated for not 1 year, not 5 years, not 10 years, not 30 years, not 50 years, not 80 years, not 150 years, not 250 years, not 350 years, not 400 years, but we're going on about 500 years of a war against non-white people. I'm not being a racist. I'm not being a bigot. I'm just saying I am in alignment with my ancestors, and I'm aware of the struggle that they went through. That's all. For the last 500 years. And you want me to be content, right? The people that are bitter want me to be content with where we are now as a progressive society that cares about every human being. Yep. And I'm just becoming more self-aware. Don't. I'm not gonna make this a race thing. I'm not. I'm not gonna talk about the racial issues. All I'm saying is, my ancestors and my family have been in war for the last 500 years. I smile at it because, I mean, I know what it is, but many people...
Why do you say the truth like it's a dumbass statement? Hold on, give me one sec. Let me
Don't.
finish making this post, and I'm gonna get right to
And
that.
when we're speaking from
Get
a place
right to
where we have experience and we're told that we can't speak about our experience and we have to be more bourgeoisie and we have to be more uppity. Happy to be here. Just elated. Elated. Just elated to be here. Oh, it's great. It's great, dude. Dude, it's great. It's great. It's great, broski. Bro, name it. It's great. It's great. It's great, bro. It's great. It's great. It's great. This life's great, bro. I have no complaints. I don't like what's going on in my community.
You know what's the funny thing about this is that there's somebody out there that's talks exactly like that, and then it's probably if they see this, they'd be like, "Is he making fun of me, bro?" I'm like, "Dude, he making fun of me, bro? Come on, bro. What are you doing, bro? It's great, bro." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit.
Why should I care, right? Like, whoa.
Come on, dude. There's somebody out there who talks exactly like that and may have taken offense to that.
Bullshit sounds.
Basically calling him as an NPC.
That's the only thing I'm saying here. I already know. We already know about most of the racial issues. I'm only saying that I am aware of the body that I am in. I had to live in this skin. I have to live in this skin. You see my hair? See how it grows in a fro? Some of it's curly, some of it. You think I had a choice in this? You think I had a choice in my skin color? You think I had a choice in learning about history in a way where
I see what you say. Great.
Why are we still trusting these people? It's like, why? You didn't. They created a genocide against natives and indigenous and African folk. Like okay, all right. Oh, no, that's fine. Okay, whatever. Okay, we still do. Okay. Yeah, everything's still the same. Like, everything's good. It's only been 50 years. This is nothing racial about the society we're in. Everything's good. Everybody's getting great opportunities. The inflation's great. Everybody's making money. There's more money. Let's buy our land. Let's buy this. How do you do that if there have been centuries put into place to limit your freedom and your liberation? How am I free if I know my people aren't free in Africa? How am I free if I know my indigenous people are not free in Australia? How am I free if I know kids are still working on the cobalt mines in the Congo, making Teslas? How am I free? When am I free? When am I free? When am I gonna be free? When do I get to feel free? When, I mean, just 3 days ago, we have a situation of police brutality, murdering another person that actually is in my family. You tell me when I'm free and I'm liberated. But no.
Damn, in his family? That's insane.
You don't want me to talk about that.
They don't want to. He ain't speak on that, though. Media don't ask him questions about what's going on in his personal life.
You'd rather have me talk about
something not great. I mean,
the life it's
the history of it. It's just that have you grown and developed as a person to not attach with their beliefs and the things they've done to who you are, and let that affect how you operate and the things that you do. So,
right. This life's great, but I have no complaints. I don't even what's going on in the world. I got to focus on basketball.
You can't really, all because it's from where you're from. You can't hold the burden of what they did onto yourself. I'm gonna get right back to that question.
It's the greatest thing. It's the greatest gift. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lose you in this conversation. One thing I'm gonna say is this: you have to laugh off a lot of the events that have taken place, because it would be too hurtful to be on this live Twitch stream complaining and reminding people who are living in 2023 that have nothing to do with the terror that's happened in my community. So I won't sit here and be angry at anybody and complain about the racial tensions that go on. What I will say is this: we have an opportunity, my generation and the older generation and the younger generation, to do things differently. Do we choose to do things differently? To accept and embrace all walks of life, all even includes all of us, all even all of us are on even playing field.
I never like to look at myself above anyone else, on the pure fact that we're just all human. are just all human. All because I do something well or do something better than someone else, I'm not better than them, because there may be something that they do that may be better than me. And who am I to say what I do good is better than what they do? Therefore, it puts me on a higher playing field than that person I was trying to compare myself to. Like, I like to say the same thing with athletes. Even though they're super good at something, they make a lot of money, I feel like everyone's still on the same even playing field. Is their quality of life maybe better for what they do? Probably it may be. But there's certain things that they have to deal with that you don't even understand, that it's just not all glitz and glamour. It's just not the money and the fame. It's just not all that things you think are good. Because when you see that stuff, you don't really see all the bullshit that they be going through in their personal life, all the things they have to deal with, all the stressors and whatnot. So I mean all that to say, I feel like all those things, the highs and the lows, eventually even out and put everybody on that same field, that same playing field. Everyone's even, like you were saying, we're all even.
A11, 11. Master number, master builder. Maybe. 11's just a number I like. But all even is my tribe, is my family. We talk about these things. You know why? Because they matter. They matter for our peace of mind. And if we don't talk about them, guess where it goes? Suppressed, right in our DNA. And you know what happens to suppressed DNA? I don't want to say suppressed DNA, suppressed emotions. They fester inside. Suppressed emotions fester inside.
Oh, the question you're saying
starts
about Kyrie, what'd you say? All right, I'll catch you up mixed. But I was gonna say right quick before you go hit the hay. The question you had about Kyrie, why is he saying the truth like it's like a dogmatic statement? I feel like some of the things he's saying is true. Does it? I feel like the way he's saying it and the way it's coming off is just like, this is what it is. This is that. This is this. This is that. You know, but like there's certain things that he's saying which is really true in some concepts of life that'll take you and guide you through a lot of stuff. So with that said about like Kyrie and whatnot, like what he's saying, like why does it seem dogmatic? It's the truth, but I feel like his delivery could be a little bit better. Like some of the things he's done before, delivery could be better, but how good of the delivery can you do when sometimes when you don't deliver it with enough force, with enough of a hit, will it really end up hitting home? You know what I'm saying? So that's maybe just how you have to be just to get things across. But
that happened.
you know, but is it really true? A lot of things in this life you can't say is really true because there's just different ways to go about it, different ways to operate.
Unhappy and doesn't want to treat anybody else with the same respect. When your suppressed anger and depression goes nowhere, start seeing different things about your history, your family history, or what's happened in the world, or what's going on, because it's something new every day. Where do you go to vent that? You can't go to the internet because the internet will judge you. The internet will cancel you. The internet will attempt to cancel you.
I'm about to just watch.
You
the
only have
second
a few
part,
choice words
mix.
of what you can say.
It's like in the last like 20 minutes or 30 minutes of this vibe. So in case you want to go
Out in
back.
society right now, and I'm choosing the right ones today. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not the next day, but today, I'm choosing the right ones. Because I have to. I'm a celebrity. I'm famous. I live under my own terms, right? Like that's the perception. Like you don't come back to the hood. You don't even come back to the community because you're a celebrity. You're famous.
Straight to part 2.
That's the perception. What are you doing?
No
Why would you come back? And I'm glad I asked myself that question because I know everybody asks that question. Other people that they see. Why is it that we can't go back and build up the places that we grew up in? Nothing's stopping us. Why don't we? Why don't we grab a bunch of kids and go build something? And something could be a tech center. It could be...
Hey, but I'll tell you this, though. A lot of them joints getting gentrified. The hood I lived in when I was younger, getting gentrified. They're just taking it, giving people money, setting them out, gentrifying the whole shit. So
a sweat lodge.
We got 15 minutes left in this, and then we got to be out of here.
You can build a sweat lodge. You can build a team of people that really can do wonderful things in this world if they believe in themselves. If you believe in yourself, what do you think you can actually accomplish out here? I think anything's possible because you're looking at the story of anything's possible. Nothing was easy growing up. Nothing. except being around family, being around people I love. But other than that, going to school wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. You know why it wasn't easy? Because I was constantly being referred to as just a statistic. If I didn't become an NBA player, would I still be noticed? Or would I just be another statistic that came out of my community, and that was just another dude? Just another black man, just another African man, just another dude. But I guess you got to do special things and be seen by everybody in order to be called extraordinary. I think that's the furthest thing from the truth, but that's just me. I believe
there's a
in
lot
myself.
of people doing things.
I believe I'm an
To elaborate beyond that just for a little bit, there's a lot of things that people do that's great that's beyond the scenes and should get more credit for, but don't. It's a little thing I was saying that he was saying you got to be seen to do certain things, but you know they'll still look at certain people who still do great things but don't realize what they're doing. So even though they don't see what you're doing, they still may think of you as like another statistic in a sense.
I'm doing extraordinary things, and I will continue to do so because that's the power of free will. I don't depend on anyone else. I don't depend on anyone else to validate me. I used to. Look, I'll be honest with y'all. Look, I'll be honest. We've been on for 52 minutes, and I hope that you guys have got messages. You guys have got things that really relate to you. I do my best to build this bridge so you can see who I truly am, because you'll never hear about who I truly am from people that barely know me, and that people that speak on my name on these media platforms that don't know anything about me. Even former teammates, even former coaches, even former GMs, they know nothing truly about me. You know why they don't know anything about me? Some of them, not all of them. Some of them, not all of them. You know why? Because it didn't matter enough. It didn't matter enough.
If it mattered enough, they would have put the energy to learn more about him, to really care for who he is as a person and figure out why he is the way he is, why he acts the way he acts, why he does things a certain way that he does. But they don't care.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter. And you know what? It didn't matter to me either.
They'll show
what do
that
I
they
do?
care.
I build with people that it does matter to. I go places where I'm accepted openly for not just what I believe in, but my principles. Because I could believe in a bunch of stuff. But if you know that you got a soldier next to you and that's committed to the cause, committed to the revolution, which I know I am, I don't think you ever have to question whether or not I'm going to have your back when times get hard. See, when times get tough for people, you really get to see people's character. Really get to see people's character.
Your character be tested in the trenches. When things get tough, when things get rough, when you hit the lowest of lows, when you hit a low point, that's when you really get tested.
I've learned more and more and more and more and more and more about the world that we live in. I don't have all the answers. I will not pretend like I do. I will not assume like I do. I would only say this. It's life.
Without all.
Got one to live. I don't joke about life. You know why I don't joke about life? Because my mother is in here and my grandmother's in here and other friends that I knew that if they made a change in their lives, they would be better off, but they didn't. They're either in jail or they're murdered or they're doing things that don't necessarily serve them. Now, this is just the way I grew up. I don't know how everybody grew up here, but this is my experience.
It is facts.
I've been able to rationalize.
You may not see it, but just know damn well this shit happened. It happened to me a couple times, some shit that's just gone on around me. It's just like, damn.
Why? How? These things have happened. And most of it is a stem or a cause from people joking about life.
Taking it for granted.
What's there to joke about?
Not to be taken for granted.
Why do we make fun of other people's lives? Is it funny to y'all that I lost my mother and my grandmother when 4 and 5? I know it's not. But when I say it, does people really relate? I don't know. I really don't care. But all I can say is that me not having my mother and my grandmother and seeing people not treat their mother and their grandmother with respect, what do you think happens? You have your mother and your dad. I grew up with my dad. My grandmother with, other grandparents and aunts and uncles, but I never got to give my mom my awards in the NBA. I never got to hug my mom after a 40-point game. I never got to hug my mom
getting my first car. I never had my mom teach me how to drive. I never had my mom go to the DMV to go get my driver's license with me. My mom never signed a parent, teacher, guardian paper
Hey,
for me to go on a trip. My mom never took me to AU practice. My mom never took me to have my first drink. My mom never took me to smoke for the first time. My mom never took me to places where
little smoke
I
for the
needed the
first
new
time.
experience. My mom never told me I was on punishment. And all those things that I didn't have only made me more prepared to be a light for the world because I am a constant reminder that you need to appreciate the life you do have and you need to appreciate the things that you do have in your life because there are plenty of us
My bad.
that would want to have so much, but we cannot.
Hey, Kyrie could have easily went about his life and just played the victim role. He could have just been like, I can't get this because this, I can't get this because of this. I have been through so much stuff. I can't get this and that. But from a early age, early on, it seems like to me that he understood that it's just the way shit is, and you just got to work with what you got to work with. As soon as you stop playing that victim role and really just understand this, certain shit happen, you don't like it, but your life got to keep going. Life got to keep, you got to keep pushing. You just got to take the lesson. You got to take the lessons out of all of your losses. Any loss you take the lesson out of it, so that you can take this lesson, turn the lessons into blessings. So now you're gonna be able to take that next step and grow and get to where you want to go. So you really got to stop trying to play that victim role all the time and really just make the best of what the options you got.
And I'm not jealous and I'm not envious of anybody that has both parents. I just am aware of how special that is. I had my mom for a few years, I had my grandmother for a few years. But was it enough for me? No. Do I wish they were here to celebrate this life with me? Yeah. Do I wish I was working as hard, right now in order to provide for them and give them all the things that they didn't have growing up and be a true king and raise my village and raise my tribe? Absolutely. Would I trade my whole entire existence in for them to come back? Would I? Now, that's the part where that's an internal answer. And the internal answer is this: I love this life. I love this life. And I'm willing to live out my life because I only get one of them. And it's not a joke to me. That's all I'm saying. People lose their lives every day. Why treat your life like it's a joke? Now, this whole entire 57 minutes is not gonna be for everybody. It's not gonna be understood so easily, and people are thinking I'm jumping back and forth and what is he talking about? No, this all stemmed from the first point that I was making. In order to achieve inner peace, you have to shut up and you have to shut down all distractions. Get off this device. People are addicted to this device. People are addicted to their social media apps. People are addicted to watching other people's lives and comparing them. Why is that normal?
Telling you, you gotta spend some time by yourself, bro. Put your phone down, go sit somewhere. I don't care where it is. It don't matter. It don't gotta be outside. It could be outside. It could be in your room. It could be anywhere, garage or something. Something you can just get some quiet space. Sit by yourself. Think for yourself. Clear your mind out, or clear your thoughts out by thinking through them and understanding yourself and thinking for yourself. Just try it. Just try it for like
That's all I'm saying.
Try it for a few days and try it for a week. And see how your life and how you approach things begin to change.
The full circle moment is inner peace. This whole conversation was about inner peace, your inner being, taking care of yourself, self-love. Why would you want to focus on other things that go on outside of you if you do not know who you are? Where do you start if you don't know where you are or who you are? If you don't know who you are, go to your parents. If you don't have parents, go to your family members. If you don't have a family member that can tell you the truth about where you come from so you know where you're going, go seek out the wisdom from others that have it, that have the experience. Go seek an elderly counsel that's not bitter and that's not jealous of your age and what your opportunity is at this point. Inner peace is not just an idea, it is an ideal.
Hey, right before, one quick thing. The best thing you could do for yourself in terms of your future is learn from other people's experience. But that doesn't even start. That can't even start if you don't want to ask questions, if you don't want to be vocal and be able to speak up so you can figure things out. Because imagine how much time you could save yourself if you learn from a bunch of different people's experiences. So now you know that they did this and this happened. They did this same thing and this happened. The other person did the same thing and this same thing happened. So are you gonna make yourself the fourth, or are you gonna save your time? Like say it took them 6 months to realize it, a year or 2 years to realize it. So are you gonna be the fourth person to do that same thing where you waste all this time, or are you gonna really understand what they did and change your actions going forward in the future? So now you could cut off and save all that time. And just understand that if you do the same shit that they did, this shit's gonna happen. It's gonna save you a lot of time. Learn from other people's experiences.
And
key.
you must protect that ideal to be rewarded on this journey. Because if you're swayed by the wins and losses and successes and failures in this life, you will never be at peace. Because your emotions will never be settled. You will always want more. And I've been in that position. That's all I'm saying. I've been in the position where I have hated myself enough to want to live out someone else's dream on my behalf. I've hated myself before. That's where depressed people, that's where they get. That's where I've gotten. You know, when you hate yourself, or you don't like where you are, or you don't like things about yourself, you compare yourself to others, that's where the depression and anger starts. Why compare yourself to others when you only have this life to live? One life. Make the choice. I've made my choice.
Live the
and
life
I pray that you
wanna
guys
live,
make
bro.
your choice. All right, I'm done speaking about all this with you guys for the night. I love you. I just
Got a
had to
few
get that
minutes
off my chest. I'm praying for all of your families. Let me take some water. This is for y'all. All right? This is called pouring libations. I'm going to pour some libations. Look, for you guys, for your families. Pouring out for your health. Look, for your wellness. For the ancestors to protect you and guide you. For your peace of mind. For your godly being to be protected. And for you not to fall victim to any evils and demonic forces out here, because some crazy people out here. You ain't really rocking. All right. So I appreciate you guys tuning in.
It's what it is. What he do.
Please make sure
It's
that
his
y'all
ritual, bro.
tell every one of
I
you
know there's
family
meaning behind
members
it.
that
Although it may look funny to us, I know there's meaning behind it. That's something I can't try to knock somebody on, try to disrespect. Because at the end of the day, respect all walks, regardless of your religion, regardless of what your belief, regardless of what you do, your traditions, your rituals, all this stuff. It's what they do.
I love them as
I
well.
always respect it to an
And
extent.
I don't even know
Always
you
respect
guys. And I don't need to know you. All I'm saying is I appreciate you more than you know. Whether you've prayed for me, whether you supported me from day one when you knew who I was or you didn't know who I was, it's the same difference. I just appreciate being able to grow, share my knowledge, but also understand that I still have a lot to learn. I am not a perfect human being. I never will be. I never will portray myself to be. But one thing I will always stand on is devotion to family is the biggest reward that you can have. Staying devoted to people that love you, consider them family. Make sure you make even your friends feel like family when they treat you with respect and love. Don't distance yourself from people that challenge you at times about the truth or want to learn more from you. Don't distance those people. The people that want to learn from you and that really want to grow with you and are about staying connected, spend time with them. But don't just get on these social media apps or get on the internet or go into places that you don't need to be in. You don't even need to be there. That's what I'm saying. I love y'all because if you take this advice and you wrote it down or you took time to even listen, like I can't even put it into words. Just I wish that some of my inspirations and some of the people I looked up to had the opportunity to do what I'm doing today, to remind me that the journey is truly the reward. I may not be who I want to be today, but I know I can be better tomorrow, working towards who that person is to me.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's been one thing over the past like 3 weeks I've really become come to understand is that it's not about the destination and what you get out of your destination. It's about the journey that comes along that makes the destination worth the destination being the destination. You know what I'm saying? It's the journey that's gonna make everything be able to come full circle. Because if you got your dreams right now, just got handed to you right now, you're gonna not gonna feel nothing. It's just gonna be like, oh, like you're not gonna fully understand it. You're not gonna get the feeling out of it that you really want it, that you really want to get to it. It's a journey that's gonna make that feeling. It's a journey that's gonna help you understand all those things. So you gotta love the journey. Once you love the journey and then you get to the destination, it's gonna make the destination worth it.
That's a choice for me. The wins and the losses, whether the games come and go, yes. Am I dedicated to my craft? Yes. Have I made mistakes within the business of my craft? Yes. Am I going to make mistakes moving forward? Yes. Am I ever going to be perfect? No, I'm joking. I'll never be perfect. But like at the
Nobody
same
ever be
time,
perfect.
I'm just aware that you
Nobody.
have to have laughter. You have to have fun in this. You have to smile. You cannot put too much pressure on yourself, because this one life to live, with everything going on and everything that we have been through as a human race,
Last thing you do is
it's
put it onto
confusing
yourself.
and it can be a lot. But I'm here to remind you that home is literally where your family is, and your family should have trust, loyalty, and love, and they should shower you with what you need. Shower people with their flowers. They deserve it. It could be a small thing that you celebrate, but celebrate with them. I'm here to celebrate my existence with y'all tonight. I didn't have to get on live. I didn't have to, like even talk this long, but sometimes the spirit can call you to do things that you may not even think you're ready for. You know what I mean? Spirit source can call you to do things that you're like, I don't know how this is
I
gonna
just be
end
that
up.
dog
But
in the
no
background.
fear, going
Or
in there
cat,
with
I don't
a
know
great
what it
head
was.
on your shoulders is key. That's all. All right. So I'm not gonna get too more preachy with y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna keep saying it, because without all of the love that I feel genuinely as a chief of our tribe, then I wouldn't be able to continue doing what I do. So let's just take this time. Like, I just want to pray for you guys. Would you guys mind if I pray for you?
Got it. Go ahead. We about to be out of here anyways.
Put this in the chat if you guys want me to. You guys want me to pray before we get out of here. If you don't, then it's all good. All right. Okay. Look. Well, first off, I want to start by saying I'm grounded where I am, and I'm grateful that I'm able to share this space with so many different walks of life, so many different human beings that come from different families. And I want to send genuine prayers to them and their families. And I want to pray for their peace of mind, and I want to pray for their well-being, and I want to pray for their growth. I want to pray for knowledge to come to them when they need it most. I want to pray for them not ever being afraid to face their challenges head on. I want to pray for everybody to receive the things that they deserve, receive the things that they should be rewarded with, by selflessly treating other human beings with kindness and compassion. I pray that we all continue to shower each other with love out here, because chaos is real. All the forces of nature, of evil, are trying to take over our world, and we will not allow them, because we are soldiers of God. We are soldiers of the light. And I'm grateful that we get to share this space right now in this second. You guys get to see in my eyes, and I love you. I wish I was giving you a big hug, because I know this life gets challenging, and I know times get hard, and things get emotional, but keep striving. There are people out there that want to see you do well. So, amen.
Keep going,
Amen.
man.
And we rocking. I love y'all, okay?
Amen. Indeed.
And you guys know, if this ends up somehow misconstrued and they try to chop up what I said to mean a certain thing,
Shit,
just
they try to
be
chop
aware.
it up. They got to
Alright?
take it
And
word by word, put it
just
on, make
do
their own
everything you can
sentence.
to protect me without getting into trouble, okay? I just love you guys. It's not about appeasing them. It's just about controlling what we can control here, all right? So peace, y'all. I love you. And I'll talk to y'all soon.